going back a few months ago, last March of this year, we changed the name of our company from Sulit.com.ph to OLX Philippines or Olx.ph. As we mentioned before, the reason why we changed the name is that it represents our commitment to change how Filipinos perceive online selling. Before, when you say online selling, many Filipinos thought that it should be done only by businesses or by merchants. In OLX Philippines, we made online selling very easy that we believe normal individuals like you and I can actually sell something online. When we changed our brand to OLX Philippines, we made it very easy that you only need a smartphone now to be able to sell through Olx.ph. You only need your phone number, your smartphone, and you don't even need an email address now to sell something. By doing this, we believe we are reaching more Filipinos and giving more value to them. As part of that brand change, we also released a number of marketing materials. You can see here, we have a TVC, we released a radio ad, we released a billboard, and we even had a big social marketing campaign signaling our change of brand name from Sulit to Olx.ph. But it's also clear from all of this campaign that even though we changed our name, there are important things that didn't change within the company. Number one, the best user experience that users experience in Sulit is still existing in Olx.ph now. The same management team, my wife and I, are still running the business. And of course, the same talented team that we had in Sulit before are still pushing forward for the Olx.ph brand. And we also thank the newspapers, the media outlets, the online portals, the blogs that wrote about how we changed our name from Sulit to Olx.ph. It actually helped us inform Filipinos that Sulit is now OLX. So I hope with this kind of support coming from you guys, you will still help what we are going. You will still help to announce to the Filipinos what we are going to announce today. So what are the results of in OLX, we wanted Filipinos to become active in online selling. We believe that decluttering your house, selling your second-hand items is something that can improve your life. With this in mind, we actually created what we call the Yes Yaman campaign. So the message of the Yes Yaman campaign was actually simple. Magbawas ng kalat sa bahay para umunlad ang buhay. So this very simple message, we believe that anything that's cluttering your house that you're no longer using, you can actually earn from it, and honestly, it can actually improve your life. So this is the message that we carried since March of this year, and we are going to show you some amazing results from OLX Philippines. So in this graph, this actually shows the number of second-hand items posted in OLX Philippines from last year as compared to this year. You can see from March to September that the number of second-hand items being posted in OLX more than doubled. In September alone, August and September, we are reaching now more than about 500,000 of second-hand items being posted in OLX Philippines. That's compared to just 200,000 last year. In terms of the number of sellers, the same thing happened. If you look at the September number, we have more than double the number of C2C or consumer-to-consumer sellers selling their second-hand items through OLX Philippines. Now, when we did the Yes Yaman campaign, one of the goals of OLX Philippines is to create 1 million new Filipino sellers, 1 million Filipino sellers. If you are going to add up all the new sellers that we've created since March, we are now nearing around 500 million last September. And as of this date, we have now around 600,000. We are now around 600,000 new Filipino sellers. Now, as Mayan mentioned earlier, we created this study that we are calling now the Yes Yaman study. The goal of this study is actually to figure out what is the total value of second-hand items that are still in working condition that are just taking up space in our homes. So we partnered with a global marketing research company named TNS. And what TNS did is they go house to house here in the Philippines and figure out what are the items that can still be sold through OLX Philippines. And the surprising thing is, when they finished their study, they were able to estimate that there's actually around 21 billion pesos of value that you can still find from these unused items in households that can still be sold. 21 billion pesos. And if you're going to look at what categories of items, you can see that almost half of it are coming from electronics. Around 10 billion pesos of electronic items are actually found in our household and can still be sold online. 20% of that are actually cars. When we say cars, these are made up of motorcycles, cars, SUVs, and the other accessories for cars and motorcycles. Of course, we have fashion items, home appliances, and collectibles. So think of it for a moment. We have 21 billion pesos of untapped wealth just waiting in our households to be sold. This is what we call an untapped value that we Filipinos can actually sell online, and something that we can use and adapt to our economy. It's 21 billion pesos. Now, when we are looking at it, this is still a challenge for OLX Philippines. How can we untap this 21 billion pesos of value just sitting in our houses? So what we came up with, so we now have what we call a Yaman checklist. So a Yaman checklist is something that normal people like you and I can actually check the items that you have, and it will give you the prices and the total value of the items that you can actually sell online. So for example, here you can see a fan that's cost 500 pesos, your table costing 1,500 pesos, and all in all, you have almost 19,000 pesos of value just sitting in your house. So what we're doing here with the Yaman checklist is that we are educating Filipinos how much of that value is their share on this 21 billion of pesos of value of untapped wealth. Now, to make it easier to use the Yaman checklist, we created what we call a Yaman calculator. So you can actually visit the Yaman calculator at yamancalculator.olx.ph. You can just visit this website. What you can do here is there's a list of different items and see if you have something in that page in your home that you're no longer using, and it will automatically compute how much value you have that you can actually sell. This way, we are actually educating Filipinos that you can actually sell something online and you have something that you can sell that you're no longer using. One of the challenges that we have is educating the market that you have something to sell. And we believe using the Yaman calculator and the Yaman checklist is a way for us to teach Filipinos that they can sell something online. Now, to end this presentation, we believe that 21 billion peso value is something big that it can help our economy. So it's now a challenge for OLX Philippines to tap this value. And the marketing campaigns that we're doing now is actually to educate people that selling online is easy through Olx.ph. So with this, I'm ending my presentation, and hopefully you get something from this, and I'm expecting good questions after this. So thank you, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of the day.